Welcome back. We're doing the offensive film session today. This is the highlighted version. I got about 10 plays to show y'all. If you want me to break down the entire game, offense and defense, check out the link in my description, my patreon.com, or you can type in patreon.com/vochlombardi. Go over there, support however you want to support, and you get the access to all the good stuff over there. You know what I mean? I'm going to talk about the offense, of course, some good things that I saw. That's what we normally do here. I want to touch on some things that I think we can get better at, or just some things that's been kind of noteworthy that people have been talking about. And then, of course, you know, I just want to shoot at Cowboy fans real fast, right? What don't come out in the wash is always going to come out in the rinse. It never fails. And, you know, there was a bunch of people that was saying that, you know, let's move on from Amari Cooper and let's, you know, run Gallup, Lamb, and like Cedric Wilson out there or something. Cedric Wilson is just as good as our top three guys. We hear things like that on social media, you know what I mean, Twitter machines and all that. And that's fine to think that until your three guys come back, and it puts the defense in a horrible position. Now, let me just give the Saints defense credit, because those dudes are tough. And we was at their house, so they gave us a hell of a fight. But I still think relatively on offense, we didn't do a bad job dealing with them. And I think over time we're gonna get back into a groove of, you know, what we do best, as long as Amari Cooper stays healthy or whatever. But hey, man, look, you can't just focus on one guy. When Cooper's gone, you can say, all right, we're gonna double Lamb, put our best guy on Gallup, and we're gonna blitz the box. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that here. So you have to have a balanced formation. Look at how much space is in the defense right now. This is a defense that's not very confident in stopping one guy. This is a defense that has to be spaced out, because you kind of got to cover all your bases. And if you got to cover all your bases because you're not confident in your guys, you're going to leave a lot of space in the middle of the field or just wherever. And, you know, based on some of these route combos that we run, that leaves Amari Cooper wide open in the middle of the field with a little bit of yak behind it. But the whole big three got busy. So, man, look, we got CeeDee Lamb right here. And ladies and gentlemen, first, let me just start. So, you know, there was this, you know, when we were first evaluating CeeDee Lamb coming out of Oklahoma, one of his biggest traits, I think, you know, his best trait was his yards after the catch. But we haven't really seen that in the league. And that just shows you how good Lamb is. Lamb just been kind of doing great as a receiver, just, you know, route running, catching, whatever. He hasn't really gotten into his Oklahoma yak bag yet. So we're seeing evidence of his Oklahoma yak bag. And I'm telling y'all, man, keep remembering this. It's going to be on the test. It keeps showing up every Sunday. Yak Lamb needs to be a staple of this offense. Kind of like Dez Bryant used to do versus the Washington football characters. We'll just give him the ball slowly. And oh my, sir, you dropped your shoes. Sir. Cha-cha. Ooh. Sir. Boy, look. Hey, look. Just a simple dump off. Nothing technical. Just get the ball to and slide to the right. Listen, bro. Listen. And you know, CeeDee Lamb, you know, he's not the truck stick runner. You know, he's more of a anticipating runner, to where he sees the angles that you're coming from. He gauges your speed, and it's these small moves. He's not the quickest guy in the world, but he sees your leverage and your momentum, and it's just these small moves that leave you flying. Look, this man started on this side of the 30. He ended on the other side. How does that work? That man looked like he was picking up trash. Look at him. What is he picking up off the ground? What is he picking up off the ground? Why is his hand? He's trying. CeeDee Lamb must have been littering. It looked like he's picking up trash off the ground. What are you doing, guy? Turn around and chase CeeDee Lamb and try to tackle him, bro. My goodness, with a little bit of ass whoop on the back end, bro. Like, we need to get CeeDee Lamb. So, like, we don't have to get cute. We don't have to get cute. That was actually considered a run play. That's a rush. If you look on his game logs or whatever, that's listed as a rush play for him. So if he's gonna be an extension of the run game, bro, let's boogie. Then Michael Gallup is back. Hey man, look, I love Cedric Wilson. Cedric Wilson was very serviceable for what we asked him to do. This shit's different. This is different, bro. And I just got the Bleacher Report being just about an hour ago. They say the salary cap going up. Hey, man, how great would it be if we can keep this trio? If we can keep this big three, man. Some people got a big three on their offense. We got a big three in just the receiving corps. That's how I feel, honestly. And I love Gallup. I'm not gonna, sit here and lie to myself and say that he's the number one receiver by himself. That's not the case. But with Coop and Lamb is on the field together, good luck to the kid covering that guy. So this play sparked a little bit of controversy in my chat box while I was live streaming. And it sucks that, we get people that bash my Cowboys and they get down and they, go pessimistic and they say these angry things. And I go, hey, man, just wait for the film to come out and we'll see what happens. And by the time the film comes out and we can really prove what happened, like, we don't see them when it's time to watch the film. We don't see those guys when it's time to fix it. They just be negative in the chat box and they leave, and we don't see nothing else from them. You know what I mean? I hate that. But this is the I think this was a third down play, and it looked funny on TV, and I was like, yo, there's no way we can watch this game in passing and really figure out what was the deal with this play. Now, my immediate notion was, why would we bootleg to the left, why would we play action to the left, bootleg right, and Lamb end up in the middle of the field? Well, if you look at it, when we play action and bootleg, we normally run a passing concept that's called flood, and that's when you just try to get as many guys on one side of the field, and you just pick one of those guys depending on what your read is. Most of the time it's a high-low read, so if a cornerback plays the low guy, you throw over the top of him. If they play back, you play the low guy, right? Easy peasy. So in my mind, this was a play call decision, and now that I look at it, I like the idea of the play. Because think about this, you're going to get play action going left, and you're going to get the defense flowing left. Then you're going to get the secondary wave of defensive guys that's running towards the flood. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 guys running towards the sideline reacting to the flood. What's great about what this play could be is that the defense never seen, and this is rare in football, we know, like, flooding to one side is normal. We don't see one guy breaking away from the flood. CeeDee Lamb is wide open because that's the design here. So what made this play go bad was this cornerback hanging around CeeDee, and this, I guess it's a corner or linebacker or something, this guy here putting pressure on Dak. That's what made this weird. And Dak did the best he could by getting the ball to the opposite side. Chatbox, or just whoever, pessimistic Cowboy fan, they saw this during the game and they said, bad throw, Dak, what the hell are you doing? This is me putting on my cape for Dak. First of all, this is a weird throw to make. I think if the 1, 2, 3, 4, boom. If number 27 didn't exist right here, it would have been an easier throw. But this is the best throw that Dak could possibly make. Why? Because if CeeDee's getting upfield, you have to throw it on this side of him. You have to throw it to CeeDee's inside shoulder. Why? Because there's a freaking cornerback existing right here. If Dak would have thrown the ball directly on CeeDee, that would have been an interception by this character here. Right? So Dak did the right thing to either make this an uncatchable ball to the inside or take the sack or something, you know what I mean? Like I think this was the best case scenario. And you probably asking yourself, well, Voch, can Dak just put the ball over CeeDee Lamb's head and, he beats the defense? I mean, maybe, but he's being chased by a guy and he's running right and he's throwing over the middle of his body. You see what I'm saying? That's what makes this whole thing kind of weird. So Dak got a lot of criticism here, but I'm not criticizing Dak for this. This is actually a good play design that I wish we would come back to later. It's just the execution of it was weird. 27 made this thing kind of weird. What I do next time, if we know like we're in man coverage or something and 27 is, running around with one of these guys, put him in motion on the other side so 27 won't be there. That was long-winded. I'm sorry, but it had to be. If I give Dak some criticism, this play was supposed to be a touchdown, but it wasn't. Dak threw this bubble to Michael Gallup on his back foot, and it didn't come out as accurately as it could have been. Dak threw it to Gallup's in reference to this leverage, it was his outside shoulder, and that made Gallup get away from the actual jailbreak route. So what you want is for Dak to put this in front of Gallup so that Gallup never has to like slow down or whatever, right? And if you look at how it was blocked, because we have the leverage, we have 3 offensive players to 2 defensive players right here. If you look at the bubble, all we got to do is block these 2 guys here. These 2 fat children right here are gonna, tag team to safety or something. But if we get this ball in front of Gallup, then we have a walk to the end zone. People was looking at this like, Kellen Moore, why are we calling this shit? And this is what makes me mad, because the people that criticize Kellen Moore will not come to the film session and learn their lesson. This bothers the hell out of me. So this is bad on Dak right here, but this is actually a brilliant play call from Kellen, because we got the blitz here. All Dak has to do is settle his feet. And this could be a product of Dak not wanting to take a hit, so he moves around a little bit and he gets the bad throw out here, right? But if Dak hangs in there, take the hit, sets his feet, and get this pass in front of Gallup, that's a touchdown. And, you know, that was a great call from Kellen Moore, but it couldn't get done because the ball was behind him. So that's what that is. Plus, like Alexander and the other linebacker from the Saints, I forgot his name, those cats run their asses around. So shouts out to them. You know, I'm always apologizing for being long-winded and making the film sessions longer, but every time I get on here and apologize, somebody goes, Voch, don't say sorry, we want the long film session. So I apologize for apologizing. This play was fun. This play was drawn up pretty well, and you know, we needed this one. Oh, we needed this so bad. And I just want Tony to start, man. I just want Tony to get his just due. There was a little bit of turbulence in the backfield. People were blaming this on the offensive line. Actually, the offensive line were blocking this shit perfect. This was a pretty good play design, if we can give Kellen some credit, because y'all shouldn't know Kellen again. We can get Malik Turner come down and crack on his end. He ain't got to block him, just get in his way and crack down a little bit. I need Malik to kind of cheat down that space because he actually got there late. So Malik, crack down on the end. That was just a lazy job cracking down on the end. I need you to come in with great vengeance and furious anger. And that's probably why Cooper, as a wide receiver, he gets a lot of credit for, you know, blocking, because, you know, if he's in this crackdown situation, Cooper will really full speed come down and crack on this D end. But you see, Malik was kind of lazy out of his stance, so it couldn't get blocked. Terrible. But if we get to this point and say, okay, let's just assume that Malik successfully cracks down on 96 right here. We're going to pull the tight end, which is Schultz. We're going to pull the tight end and Tyron Smith, and one of these backside guys pulled too. Who was it? Okay, cool, Tyler. So we're going to pull Tyron, Dalton, and Tyler. And it's blocked beautifully. We haven't been able to get our run game going for real, and it's either pick a tight end or Lil Connor. It's like one of those situations, right? And this ain't me picking on Lil Connor. You know, I just kind of want to, you know, present the information and let y'all make a decision, right? Lil Connor just like struggles at some run game things. Yes, he's a more powerful guy, but our offense lives on way more than power. You know what I mean? And when we think about Big Connor is more movement based. And to be fair, Big Connor can be stronger. I mean, we would like for Big Connor to be stronger, but he only gets whooped by elite level one tech guys, right? But he'll block those dudes relatively for the most, you know, for the most part of the game. It's going to be more situations like this where you're going to need to get a good second level block than a down lineman block or whatever. And you know, some of these plays that get blown up, man, they're a direct reflection of something happening, you know, with Lil Connor. Now Zach Martin got beat right here, but well, let me see what happened. Yeah, Zach Martin got beat right here, but Zach Martin rarely gets beat right here. I'm talking in particular about Lil Connor getting to the second level. I think Zeke can deal with a fat kid getting loose. He can make those guys miss. But we cannot let linebackers get loose. Linebackers get loose and kill you more than the big guys getting loose. I think I got another play here. This is 39. Let's go to 34. Let's see what I got. 34. Let's see what else. What I got right here. Gap exchanges. This happened to Lil Connor a lot, you know, and this could be the fact that Lil Connor hasn't played a whole bunch of snaps. He's played for the past few years, of course, but Big Connor has seen a lot of these gap exchanges, man. So I just look at it as a pick your poison kind of deal, bro. Like 52 should be started. 52 should be started, and I'm trying not to sound like told you so guy as I say that. You know what I mean? with that being said, I know we was talking shit about Dak earlier, but do y'all see this dime that he threw to CeeDee Lamb? Do y'all see this dime? This crazy. Come on, son. I'm moving on. You know, another strategy that's effective is that when we line up in these 4 house sets, you know, teams assume that we're lining up heavy to try to run the football heavily. Nah, we're only running the football to draw your guys into the box so that we can get one-on-one ass whoop on the outside. I like situations like this. And, you know, if it's where, look, we're going to put these guys back here to where it's CeeDee Lamb one-on-one on the outside, it's Amari Cooper one-on-one on the other outside. Pick your poison. And we did this a couple times. If you want to see the other times, go to my Patreon, patreon.com/vochlombardi. That's actually Gallup down here, so I'm assuming Cooper was getting his lungs back in order here. But every single day, if you want to stack the box right here and I just get CeeDee Lamb on the island with some civilian corner, I'll take that. He catches the ball, turns into Yak Lamb. Come on, man. Come on, man. We should be doing this every single day of the week, man. Of course, Kellen should be criticized for a lot of what he did. He wasn't perfect. Dak should be criticized for a lot of what he did. He wasn't perfect. But, you know, the people that's jumping off ship talking about, oh, we're whack now. We're not good anymore. We're a fraud. We're trash. Get your goofy ass out of here. And I shouldn't be responding to people like that. I shouldn't even be reading their comments, but I got enough energy to fight that fight for y'all. So I'll be in these streets fighting that fight for y'all. Until I get like 35 and I get sick of all this shit. And y'all gonna have to fight your own battles. Alright, that's all I got for y'all today, man. Talking about the offense. Like I said, if you want to see the whole film, patreon.com/vochlombardi. I greatly appreciate you. Follow me on Twitter, VOCHLOMBARDI, and do all the things that help this video in the algorithm. Y'all know what it is. I appreciate y'all, man. Salute.